Let's begin in Borno State, where resurgence terrorist attacks are being unleashed. Members of the Islamic State of West African Province, ISWAP, have attacked humanitarian workers in Monguno Local Government Area of Borno State. The terrorists killed 3 members of the Civilian Joint Task Force and abducted 3 humanitarian workers in the attack. The terrorists, who stormed the town through Marte, went straight to the compound housing the humanitarian workers and began shooting sporadically. Jide, it's been a while. I thought we're achieving, the needed peace. We are getting there. The peace needed in the northeast. And it's been a while that I've heard about those funny villages I used to call. So Marte is one of them. So
yes, Marte, they've always retained some presence in Marte. Monguno, which is the farthest local government.
Is that the local government of the National Security Advisor?
Yes.
Okay.
That's his hometown. As I've said in the past, Monguno just stays on its own. Every town within the local government, people are not living in them, except that Monguno town. And the biggest IDP camp currently is there in Monguno with hundreds of thousands of people. So remember that even the federal government guest college, Monguno, they had to relocate it to the state capital for fear of students being abducted. We have the army garrison there. It's a garrison town. So, but the problem is the army base is not located inside the town. It is outside the town, So this time around, they came straight into the town, and they were not detected, and they came in the night around 9 p.m. and they operated for hours. So they bypassed the army base and went straight into the town. In the past, they will first engage the army, keep the army busy, but they didn't do that. They bypassed the army base and went straight into the town. So this is the first time in a very long time that Boko Haram successfully entered inside Monguno town. They've always had to engage the military about 1 kilometer to the town. But this time around, they found a way to go straight into the town. That had not happened in a very long time. Even when they were attacking bases up and down, they didn't succeed in entering that town. It's very dangerous to have them enter a town where there's a big presence of humanitarian workers, because they don't like to see the humanitarian workers. In fact, they don't show mercy to humanitarian workers. Most of the time when they abduct them, they kill them. So this one is really strange to me. When I saw it and pictures of the civilian JTF vehicles that they destroyed, I was sure. I said, inside the town again. Unfortunately, no soldiers to resist them while the operation lasted, because apparently the soldiers had gone, they had retired to their barracks.
GKB, I wonder how they recruit people, because the number of people I saw last week as repentant Boko Haram terrorists, and men, this time, before, in time past, mostly young boys, ladies, and everything, men. And so these people, they have a way of, pushing back. I've been going underground and recalibrating.
Yeah. I think when I first saw this news item, my mind went straight to 2014. This is the kind of attack we used to get at that window, 2014, 2015.
Close to the election.
Where they go straight into town and cause mayhem and make the military helpless.
We're taking territories then.
Yeah, and the same thing occurred to me last week with the Kaduna insurgent at the church as well. And they tied together to what is happening. What happened at Owo, where they now bypass known security outposts and go straight to their target and cause mayhem. this is a new phase of the war, like you asked. Because normally we expect them to have been, meaning their threat ought to have been minimized by now. We've been doing this for almost 20 years. And by now we thought we have the hang of it, the hang of how they will handle it. But again, you cannot really run away from occasional attacks like this. The best thing now is for the way the army will respond and then show force. Because without doing that, it will just assume that what is meant to be the safest place in that area is now vulnerable to attack. And that to me is the danger of all this.
But picking up from what you said, that what is supposed to be, a town that's supposed to be the safest, I will tell you that in Borno North, elections were held in Monguno. People in Guzamala and all these places deemed thoroughly unsafe. They took them to Monguno to have their elections. And with a very big humanitarian, IDP camp there, you want to assume that that's an impregnable place, a place where they cannot go. But as we have seen with the attack in Dikwa, where we had a very big humanitarian hub, plenty of offices of humanitarian workers, they came and set everywhere ablaze after successfully destroying 2 army bases attached to the town.
How did they get
that was back then.
The soldiers, the fighters.
Well,
the more you kill them, the more they multiply.
You know, some of them are non-Nigerians. They are able to...
from neighboring countries.
Yes. These days, you know, there was a video that I saw when the Chadian troops attacked Boko Haram and arrested some of them. I saw the Chadian soldiers cutting the hair, the dreadlocks of one of the Boko Haram men that they arrested. And I'm like, saying our Kanuri man or Borno man, now him go get dreadlocks.
Yeah.
You have to tell there are foreign fighters amongst them. I'm not saying we don't have our people. Our people are many, they are in the majority. But occasionally you see contract fighters, some of them cannot even speak any Nigerian language, coming in, you know, to join them, to beef up, you know,
Mali,
and with money. Don't
India,
also forget,
Timbuktu.
yes, you know, coming from those, we are unfortunate that some of the countries not far away from us, they are not at peace. They can come from Mali into Niger Republic to Chad, and then to Nigeria, or even Niger Republic straight into Nigeria. Yeah. So these are the access. Yes, and then those Chadian
1,000 kilometers.
Those Chadian rebels too. Some of them are available. They're available if you can pay them. They're available to fight. Yes, just as we get weapons sometimes through them. So just as they get weapons sometimes through them, they also have fighters. Get fighters through them. So, as I've said in the past, it is dangerous to relax. That town should have been kept safe by barricading the entry points and all that.
All entry points.
Maybe now the military will change tactics and bear in mind that if you keep the town unguided, these guys could come at any time. That is what we have seen. This is not, it's not good at all. At a time when the governor is trying to relocate people to communities that are deemed safe, this kind of attacks will discourage people. We need more communities in Borno North to be inhabited by our people. There are far too many communities in Borno North that nobody is living in them. But if we keep hearing reports like this, it will discourage even people who would like to go back to their villages. As we speak, the speaker's local government, Guzamala local government, still nobody is living there. If you see anybody there, it must be a Boko Haram fighter.
Everybody in Maduguri.
No presence, no military presence, nothing.
They are now ghost towns. Yeah.
Because it's a very dangerous place. I think one of the worst cases of Nigerian army suffering casualties in the hands of Boko Haram happened in Gudumbali, Zamala local government. You will even see there's an epitaph made in honor of the more than 100 soldiers that Boko Haram killed in that operation. God. So it's like, what do we do with a community like this? Even when it was rebuilt, they went back there to kill people and set ablaze the new buildings that Governor Shetima erected, including, I think, what the governor called Presidential Lodge at that time. They set everything ablaze. So now the town is desolate. Nobody is going there. When his father died, his father was buried in Maiduguri. That's the speaker. I'm sure he's watching me as I'm speaking. It can be that bad. It's not.
Quite unfortunate.
Yes, it's not what you can deny. He too has come out to say his town, as far as he's concerned, has not been liberated. He's been asking for a situation in which they can defend that town so that people
And
can
go back
there.
and
Yes,
settle.
but that has not happened.